The old manor stood silhouetted against the moon. Hollowbrook, a name whispered with fear. Legends spoke of dark rituals, a cursed family, and a little girl lost. I was here to find the truth. My name is Zach Bagans. I've spent my life confronting the unknown, seeking answers in the shadows. Hollowbrook Manor was different. The energy here was palpable, a suffocating blanket of dread. As I approached, the wind picked up, carrying with it the scent of decay and something else, something ancient and evil. This was not a place for the living. This was a place of ghosts.
The oak doors groaned open, revealing a cavernous entryway. Dust motes danced in the pale moonlight, filtering through grimy windows. The air inside was heavy, stagnant, like the breath of a tomb. Floorboards creaked under my feet as I stepped inside. Cobwebs clung to my face, thick and heavy. The place reeked of death and despair. It was as if time itself had died here. I could hear the blood pounding in my ears, a steady rhythm against the silence. Or was it silence? There was a faint humming, a low vibration that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. Something was wrong here, very wrong. I moved deeper into the mansion, each room more decayed than the last. Furniture lay overturned, shrouded in dust-covered sheets, paint peeled from the walls like dying skin. The silence was broken only by the sound of my own footsteps. Then I heard it, a whisper, faint and indistinct, coming from the end of the hallway. I froze, listening intently. There it was again, a soft sigh, like someone brushing past me in the darkness. My heart pounded in my chest. I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. I was not alone. Something was here with me, watching me, unseen eyes peering from the shadows. In a dusty attic room, I found a journal. It was hidden beneath layers of forgotten memories, untouched for decades. Its pages, brittle with age, told the story of the Blackwood family, once masters of Hollowbrook. The ink had faded, but the haunting tale remained vivid. Their patriarch, a man named Alistair, had been obsessed with the occult, driven mad by his pursuit of forbidden knowledge. His eyes, even in the portraits, seemed to follow me, filled with a dark intensity. The journal spoke of a ritual, a sacrifice to appease an ancient evil. Alistair's writings were filled with cryptic symbols and desperate pleas. And at the center of it all was a young girl, Amelia Blackwood, Alistair's own daughter. Her innocent face sketched in the margins, a stark contrast to the dark rituals described. She had been offered up to the darkness, her life extinguished to fuel her father's madness. The details were chilling, each word a testament to her tragic fate. As I read, the air grew colder. It was as if the very essence of the room was reacting to the sorrow and pain etched in those pages. I could feel a presence beside me, cold and hateful. The atmosphere grew heavy, and I knew I was not alone. Amelia's spirit, twisted and tormented, trapped within these walls. Her ghostly figure seemed to flicker in the shadows, a silent cry for help. She was the key to unlocking the secrets of Hollowbrook. The journal hinted at a way to free her, to end the curse that had plagued the Blackwood family for generations. Section 5. The Ritual Chamber. Following the journal's descriptions, I found myself in a hidden chamber beneath the mansion. The air was damp and cold, sending shivers down my spine as I descended the creaky wooden stairs. Each step echoed ominously, heightening my sense of dread. A single flickering candle illuminated a stone altar, stained with what looked like dried blood. The candle's weak flame cast eerie shadows on the walls, making the room feel alive with unseen presences. The altar seemed ancient, its surface worn and cracked from countless rituals performed over the years. Strange symbols were etched into the floor, radiating an aura of malice. These symbols were unlike anything I had ever seen, their intricate designs pulsating with a dark energy. It was as if the very ground beneath me was whispering secrets of long-forgotten horrors. This was the heart of Alistair's madness. the place where he had sacrificed his own daughter. The walls seemed to close in, suffocating me with the weight of his twisted deeds. The room reeked of despair and suffering, a testament to the unspeakable acts committed here. The air was thick with malevolent energy, pressing down on me like a physical weight. It was hard to breathe, each inhalation feeling like a struggle against an invisible force. The oppressive atmosphere seemed to sap my strength, making every movement a monumental effort. I could feel my resolve wavering, my senses overwhelmed. The fear was almost paralyzing, threatening to consume me entirely. But amidst the terror, a small voice inside urged me to press on, reminding me of the reason I was here. But I'd come too far to turn back now. The journey had been long and arduous, filled with countless obstacles and dangers. I couldn't let fear dictate my actions, not when I was so close to uncovering the truth. Amelia's spirit deserved to be free, and I was determined to help her find peace, no matter the cost. Her tragic fate had haunted me since I first learned of it, and I felt a deep responsibility to set things right. This was my mission, my purpose. This was more than just a ghost hunt. It was a quest for redemption, a chance to bring closure to a tormented soul. The stakes were higher than I had ever imagined, and failure was not an option. This was a battle for Amelia's soul. The forces at play were beyond my comprehension, but I knew I had to confront them head-on. The outcome of this struggle would determine not only Amelia's fate, but also the legacy of the mansion itself. As I stood in the ritual chamber, a cold mist began to gather. It swirled and coalesced, taking the shape of a young girl. Her eyes glowed with an eerie light, her voice a mournful whisper that echoed through the chamber.
Help me! Free me from this prison!
The desperation in her voice was palpable, tearing at my heart. I had to help her. I had to find a way to break the curse that bound her to this place. But how? The answer, I sensed, lay in the journal, in the rituals and incantations that Alistair had so carefully recorded. Section 7. Confronting the Shadows. The journal spoke of a counter-ritual, a way to sever the connection between Amelia and Hollowbrook. It was a dangerous gamble, fraught with risks, but I was determined to try. For Amelia, I would face any danger. As I began the incantation, the shadows in the chamber seemed to writhe and twist, drawn to the power of my words. The air crackled with energy, the temperature plummeting as a wave of icy fear washed over me. I could feel the presence of unseen entities, their anger and hatred palpable. They wanted me gone, silenced. But I would not be deterred. I continued chanting, my voice growing stronger, fueled by my determination to free Amelia. The shadows pressed closer, their forms shifting and changing, becoming more menacing. I could feel their icy breath on my skin, hear their whispers in my ear, tempting me, threatening me. But I would not yield. "Amelia!" I called out, my voice echoing through the chamber. "Fight back! Don't let them control you. You deserve peace." My words hung in the air, a beacon of hope against the encroaching darkness.
For a moment, I thought I had failed. The shadows seemed to engulf Amelia, her form flickering on the verge of being extinguished. But then, a spark of defiance ignited in her eyes. She was fighting back.
A blinding light erupted from the center of the chamber, throwing me back against the wall. I shielded my eyes, momentarily blinded. When I could see again, I saw Amelia bathed in a radiant glow. The shadows recoiled, hissing and spitting as they were forced back. The air crackled with energy as the counter-ritual reached its climax.
Amelia's voice, no longer mournful but filled with newfound strength, echoed through the chamber. The symbols on the floor glowed brightly, then faded, their power broken. The shadows dissipated, vanishing into nothingness. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced by a sense of peace I had not felt since entering Hollowbrook. The curse was broken. Amelia was free.
As the last vestiges of light faded, I looked around the chamber. Shadows danced on the walls, creating an unsettling atmosphere that made my heart race. The air was thick with an eerie stillness, as if the room itself was holding its breath. It was empty. Amelia was gone. Her absence was palpable, a void that seemed to swallow the room whole. I called out her name, but only the echo of my voice responded, bouncing off the cold stone walls. The only evidence of her presence was a faint warmth that lingered in the air, a testament to the spirit that had once been trapped here. It was as if her essence had seeped into the very fabric of the room, leaving behind a ghostly reminder of her existence. I left Hollowbrook as dawn broke, the first rays of sunlight painting the sky in hues of hope. The darkness that had once enveloped the mansion seemed to retreat, replaced by a gentle glow that promised a new beginning. The mansion still stood, a silent sentinel overlooking the grounds, but the oppressive darkness was gone. In its place was a serene calm, a quiet that spoke of peace rather than fear. A heavy silence hung in the air, but it was a peaceful silence, the kind that comes after a storm, when the world holds its breath in the aftermath of chaos. It was a silence that promised healing and renewal. Hollowbrook Manor remains a mystery, a place touched by tragedy and sorrow. Its walls have witnessed countless stories, each one etched into the very stones that make up its foundation. But within its walls I found something else. I discovered hidden corners and secret passages, each one revealing a piece of the mansion's long-forgotten history. I found courage, compassion, and the unwavering strength of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable darkness. It was a journey that tested my resolve, but ultimately it was one that led me to a deeper understanding of myself and the world around me.